It's so hard to hear our own voice, but what is something that we do so unconsciously that we don't even remember taking half the photos we do? It's taking our photos. So if it's so hard to listen to ourselves, but it's so easy to take a photo, what might happen if we adjusted our dial to do it a little bit more intentionally and to let it be the thing that helps us engage deeper? To stop vilifying it. What if that phone is not your mortal enemy to the presence of your life? What if it helps you? What if it's okay? What if you're not a bad mom or a bad person if you take it out because you feel the need to take a photo or take a video? What if that's okay? What if that's better?
Hello. This is the Help Me See podcast, and I'm your host, Bianca Mora. I'm an artist, educator, and a self-admitted, highly functioning, anxiety-ridden mama who's obsessed with making meaning and art out of this one and only life. This podcast is about helping you see your life before it's gone. Like really see it. And I know it sounds morbid, but that's my brain's default. I want to ask questions like, when does your now become your nostalgia? How can we be more intentional with the memories we're saving and not just capturing the highlight reel? You can expect episodes every Wednesday, some with just my introvert self, rambling about what keeps me up at night, and then some with some amazing guests diving into how they choose to see. Something that seriously pains me is hearing someone say, I just wish I knew how important that was at the time. Or when I lay my head down at night and I think about all the times during the day with my kids that I was anything but present. It's exhausting, but I really believe that there's comforting news here. I believe that if we continue having conversations about intention and awareness, we can live more fulfilled lives and create amazing work. I hope you leave each episode feeling inspired by your everyday and a deep peace of knowing that you're not missing it. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's talk about everything that's right in front of us.
Oh boy, guys, strap in because I'm on my soapbox in this episode. I was fired up. So this week, it's a huge week. I am officially opening the cart for my launch of my first online official course, Manifest Your Memories, Harness Your Life Vision through Intentional Photography. And I am so excited. I have a few free masterclasses that I'm doing. I just did, at the time of this recording, I just did one today. And then I'm doing one again tomorrow and then next week. So go ahead and click the link in my bio or in the show notes if you want to sign up to be live with me in this free class, because I would love to see you there. So I'm going to teach a little bit on this topic that I'm so fired up about, and then tell you at the end of the masterclass, tell you about my course and answer any questions you may have. I'm calling it my third child, actually my fourth, including my dog, actually my fifth, including my other dog too. But I digress. In this episode, I am talking all about the why. Why is this so important to me? What does this mean to me? And how do I think it can truly serve you in this life? So I really hope that you enjoy it. If you have any questions, just reach out, DM me. I'm always here. And since I don't know when you're actually going to be listening to this recording, I'm going to throw out some dates here. If you enroll by Friday, this Friday, the 28th, you get this super cool bonus I created. It's called Mundane to Magical Transformational Field Guide. It is a scavenger hunt of sorts of just super specific and weird, interesting prompts and photos to take. And basically, it's meant to help you out of a funk when you need to shake things up, when you need a mindset shift. So I give you a list of photos to take. You are not to question it, and you are not to peek at the last page before you complete the guide, because there's a whole thing with it. So if you enroll in Manifest Your Memories before this Friday, the 28th, then you get that bonus. And the cart closes next week on Thursday, February 3rd. So please, if you have any questions, get in touch with me. In the meantime, I hope to see you in one of my free classes. And thank you. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me share my heart. Let's roll.
I don't believe that we need to choose between being present and taking the photograph. Why do we have such hard lines between we can either be this or be that? We can either do this or do that. What if all we really needed to do is let go of all of the fucking baggage that comes with deciding whether or not we're doing something correctly or something in the way that everyone says that we should be doing it? It's like we can't win. We're either upset because we didn't take the photo and we don't have that souvenir of that moment in time, that important memory that we should have saved and we were all together, or we're upset because we did take the photo and really, if we were really experiencing it the right way, then we shouldn't have taken the photo because that took away from the presence, from the experience. Why does there have to be this or that? I mean, we accept as human beings that we all have different everything, different learning styles. Some people do better with tactile, auditory, visual. That's okay. That's how we experience learning and the world. Why do we need to experience presence in the way that, who is saying that this is how it has to be? Meditation is so hard for so many people, right? It's really difficult for me. It's something that I only recently have been engaging more in. But for the longest time, I didn't even want to try because it just sounds like an impossibility. Just the idea of sitting there and clearing my mind felt so crazy to me that I didn't even want to try it. So what if there was a way to engage something that we do almost 24/7, every single day of our lives, infuse that into a way to help support a meditative state, to help support being able to work through and clear our mind? That's what photography is to me. And I feel like photography is this hidden gem, this dark night that goes around, and the benefits and the way that we can use it to live deeper lives is completely missed. So while most people say or think that the way to enlightenment is this completely Zen state of sitting there and being able to clear your mind to this magical degree, this elusive magical degree, I'm here to say that that's not the only way. I think the best way to reach growth, the best way to find enlightenment in smaller ways and then in big ways over time is the perfect combination of this almost involuntary, instinctual action paired with an intention and an engaging way to think about it. And that is exactly what photography is for me. And that is what I want to teach you in this class. When we take a photo, there's a world of reasons why we're doing it. And they're a mixture of conscious and unconscious. And this sweet spot, the sweet combination of the two, is something that we can not only harness and take advantage of in the practice of it, but in the reflection of it. And even in photography, there are these boxes of you're this kind of photographer, you're that kind of photographer, you're a professional, you're an amateur. Those are staged. Those are real documentary photos. It's all an expression and it's all a search. When you take a photo of something, it's because there's something inside of you that's needing that. I need this. And I don't know why, or I do know why. And if you don't know why now, you will probably find out later if you're practicing this intentionality with it. And the best part about it is that once you have an understanding of how to use this craft in a way that feels the most powerful to you, it becomes your subconscious. It's like an autopilot in the best way. So in order to get out of the autopilot, the going about your life like a zombie and missing it and missing this one and only life, we need to turn our attention to this superpower that we carry around in our pockets or around our necks with our cameras. And we need to shift our mindset so that in turn, that itself becomes the most wonderful autopilot that we can actually stay engaged with and learn from over time. Photography is proof. It's proof of an intangible feeling of moments in time that are no longer here. But it doesn't have to stop at that. For me, photography is a way of engaging in your life. It is a way, it's like breathing, it's like walking down the street. It's a way of processing. So photography as a way of processing can be the most powerful and fruitful tool that we use in our whole life. Because not only is it helping us do the inner work, but it's connecting us deeper to those around us. Because what is more universal than a photograph? What is more universal than someone else looking at a picture and putting their hand to their chest, saying, yes, that. I feel that. If we let go of our expectations on what we believe we should be doing, what we believe we should be wanting, how we believe we should be living, what the right way to be present is, then we open ourselves up to possibilities that are actually a better fit for us, that are actually ways where we can engage deeper into our lives. If we just let go of all the guilt and all of the baggage. And I say this because although I use this tool, I still feel it. You know, developing this course has been like birthing a baby. And I am not even joking. Like it would have probably been easier to birth a baby because although it is the most ingrained habit, it is my way of living. Being able to take it out of every nook and cranny in my brain and pull it out into the world in a way that makes sense and a way that feels like it does it justice has been the most rewarding, but also the most challenging endeavor of my life. And what comes with it has been this immense, waves of like imposter syndrome because of the amount of focus and time and energy being put into this and being taken away from my kids. So what am I making that mean about myself? oh, how am I teaching this when my children are, having this many hours of screen time because I need to focus on this. I need to create this. So that means, therefore, I am less because this is what's happening. No, how about this artistry is critically important to my life, to my being, to what I want to contribute to the world. So if my sons have to watch a few more hours of CoComelon, that's just what's got to happen. And I'm okay with that. Let go of the shame. When our gut is pulling us, it's trying to tell us what is most right for us. And listening to that gut can be the hardest thing in the whole world. But once again, the good news here is that I feel like your camera and your phone is this secret weapon in this. It's so hard to hear our own voice, but what is something that we do so unconsciously that we don't even remember taking half the photos we do? It's taking our photos. So if it's so hard to listen to ourselves, but it's so easy to take a photo, what might happen if we adjusted our dial to do it a little bit more intentionally and to let it be the thing that helps us engage deeper, to stop vilifying it? What if that phone is not your mortal enemy to the presence of your life? What if it helps you? What if it's okay? What if you're not a bad mom or a bad person if you take it out because you feel the need to take a photo or take a video? What if that's okay? What if that's better? And then with these photos that we take, what are we doing with them? What are we doing with them? Thousands and thousands on our phone. What are we doing with them? Are you even going back to look at them? We did ourselves such a service by documenting these moments that are gone forever. And when you go back and look at them, instead of just looking at them in passing as you're scrolling looking for something very specific, what if we were to get curious about them, to look at them twice? This is something that I teach in the class, and it's one of my favorite parts because to me, the archive of my photos of my life, my personal, my professional, whatever the hell that means, it all means something. It is like this soft, safe place to land when I need it. And I can go mining in my hard drive, in my iCloud, in wherever the photos are, for answers, for comfort, for meaning. Our archive is one of the only things we work on our whole life. We're taking pictures our whole life. We're lucky enough to be able to take pictures our whole life and not just have a handful of posed portraits like not too long ago. What are we doing with it all? There's so much to be done with it all, and it doesn't take a lot of work. And when you turn the dial in your brain and in your eyes, and you pay attention to the pictures you took, to the pictures you love, and you're understanding what about it made you take that photo, what about the feeling you had made you, then you're able to see more of that in your life. You're able to manifest more of your memories. It gives me goosebumps. When you know what you're looking for, then you can see it. if you don't know what you're looking for, it's all a blur. It's all just mass imagery just coming at you nonstop, 24/7. But if you know the vision of your life, of your heart, of your soul, then you will be able to see and spot and experience and witness these moments that otherwise you could just miss. And when you miss these moments, your life becomes dull. Do you ever notice how when you're looking for a red car, you see a million red cars? Or if you are trying to get pregnant, then all of a sudden you see pregnant women everywhere. Or if you're not trying to get pregnant, and then you see pregnant women everywhere, you're horrified. Whatever frequency you're tuned into is what you will find more of. So if we're pointing our lens more intentionally at the things that make us feel more alive, then we will find more of it. We will create more of it by doing so. Manifest your memories, harness your life vision through intentional photography is my dream. I don't even want to call it an accomplishment because that sounds it cheapens it so much. It is my heart outside my body. It is a culmination of every sweet and terrible and painful and beautiful experience that I've had in life, focused in a way to make this way of existing attainable, doable. This is a course on mindset, on practice, on theory, on art, and on intention. I believe that the transformation that you're able to get through the work of this course will serve you for the rest of your life. And I say that because it is how I live my life. So no, this is not about taking prettier photos. No, this is not about the tech. This is about the easiest, most natural way for you to take your photos. And no, you do not need to be quote unquote creative, even though we all are. Some people just don't want to hear it. We're all creative beings, but you don't have to be particularly creative to be doing this. You do not need to be a professional, and you're also not excluded if you're a professional photographer. The idea of harnessing our real life, personal, no frills photo taking is something that I assimilate to how an expert always strives for a beginner's mindset. Or once you know too much about something, you have this urge to like strip it down and go back to basics, go back to the core, go back to the essence. And that's what this is. That's what we're doing. All skill levels are welcomed and all skill levels will benefit. So this does not exclude anyone. Unless you flat out hate taking photos, then it's probably not the course for you. If this is giving you a spark in your tummy, then it's probably for you. I want you to feel empowered in knowing that you are not missing your life, that you're seeing it, that you're experiencing it more deeply, in spite of not sitting there cross-legged with your hands on your knees. And that you're also seeing more of what you want to see come out of your life because you know what you're looking for. You know, you feel it and you see it. Who's with me? Every week, we meet up for a Zoom call, connection call, where we talk about that week's module and connect with each other. And let me tell you, from a self-proclaimed insane introvert, and I mean, I am my happiest when I'm in my basement in the middle of the day by myself, like a cave, okay? I cannot even tell you the power and the feeling of comfort and the energy that happens when you are in the presence of other people that feel lit up by the same thing you are, that are motivated by the same thing you are. There's just nothing like it. So having these conversations, connecting with others, feeling less alone, that's what these calls are going to be about. There's a course workbook where in my mind it is like a journal of sorts, like a guided prompted journal that follows you along through the course. So you'll be going through to that workbook throughout the course. And then one of my absolute favorite parts is my self-guided discovery book template. So this template is an artful way to do some mining and to put these gems that we're taking, these pictures that we're taking onto the page and being able to figure out how we want our brain to internalize what we're seeing. To pull out our why. If it's too much to look at a photo and really dig deeper on your own, then this template is for you. This template is going to help you uncover more of your why and discover more. And plus, it's beautiful and it's on Canva, so it's easy. And then you can have it printed at the end if you'd like. And then rinse and repeat. I feel like you could duplicate this book and do it once a season, once a year. This book can be used for personal, for your family archive. This book can be used for a project. Think about an initiative you're working on or something that you feel super passionate about and focus it on that. That would be so powerful. The possibilities are limitless. When you change the way you see, and you're not trying to see in the right way, but the most aligned way for you, that is when the magic happens. That is when you feel empowered. That is when you're living your life for you. And photography is going to get us there. We're going to tap in to the unconscious ease of taking a photo because we've been doing it our whole life. And we're going to tweak it. We're going to understand more. We're going to use it to engage more. And we're going to use it to make more of this life, to make it count. I hope you join me. Enrollment is limited. The cart closes on Thursday, February 3rd. And I really, truly would love to see you there. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me, email me. I'm here. I want to help you make an informed decision to know if this is right for you. And thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being open to hearing my heart and for considering how this could help you. It is the closest, most precious thing to me. This whole episode, I feel like I've had goosebumps on and off, and it's not because it's freezing outside, because it's actually warm in here for once. It's because I believe in it so much, and it's because that I've seen the way photography can serve me, can be my superpower in life, and I want that for you if that's what you want to. Till next time.